But we got one more game for you folks, and I believe this might be one of the most exciting games of the night. We got a pretty big name in this one, as I recall. Is that right, Mr. Legs?
Yeah, Singularity is coming up next. I believe they are against. Oh, my brain. Oh, my brain. Who is it?
I don't have one anymore.
Live it. No,
So
Identity Disorder. That's the one.
identity disorder.
Yes, it's. I'm not as familiar with Identity Disorder roster entirely. I know some of the players on that, so I'm excited to see them kind of shine. But man, Singularity roster is looking pretty sharp. MOTM just recently got removed from the lineup, so they've added Sheikh Zella, and now they finally have kind of a respected leader in the squad, somebody that can kind of call his shots. But we're gonna go to a quick short break, guys. The action will resume. If you haven't done so, please follow our socials. That's the Facebook. Oh, no break. I think we're ready to go straight into game. Oh, I think we're ready to go straight into game. No breaks.
Seems like it. No breaks here. Only action, folks. Rock
Boom.
solid, back to back. All the action you can find only here at Winners League, where we will not rest if there's Counter-Strike to cap.
Here we go. In about 5 seconds, and we'll be live. There it is. We're straight into pistol.
It's going to be Singularity starting on that CT side, and they are, of course, the big dogs here to beat. Really one of the big dogs in this entire group. This is going to be a challenge. I am, as you said, Roy, not as familiar with the ID disorder side, so I am hoping that they're really going to show us something. They're going to surprise us here and pull some tricks out. It looks like it's an early play over towards B, and it's Hydrex who's set to receive them. He's got his catcher's mitt on, and he's ready to just take all comers. But Top's finding a kill elsewhere, might actually bait them around. OC trades it quickly, though, and so that's going to confirm. Hydrex lets the first go by, showing patience. There's the second as well. He's trying to isolate the fourth, and will eventually find it, but maybe let too many go past. It doesn't matter, though. His teammates are rock solid. They will prevent anyone from actually getting onto that site to get the bomb plant. And now Zax is stuck back towards the van. So much to do, and a bomb on his belt. Time at least to work with, but only 44 HP, and OC will pick him apart from range. Why is it always the offers that have that best USP accuracy?
I was literally just thinking the same thing. I mean, remember Ace for E United? Ace was like the most consistent pistol player I've ever seen. Wardell for Ghost, another good example. OC is just so consistent on these pistol rounds. But Singularity picking up a nice first round, well communicated there by Hydrex and OC. And it seems like it's going to be a nice hoorah towards the Ace side from ID Disorder. Looking to go aggressive, but Ryan says, "You shall not pass."
So, a little bit of a tough situation. They invested almost nothing into this round. The UMP is just going to feast. Ryan eventually dug out, but Floppy and OC are there to make sure that that doesn't really lead to much of anything at all. Singularity climb an easy 2-0, and they've just gotten this done pretty quickly. So now the rifles come out for ID Disorder, and this is where we're really going to get to see what they bring to the table, what they've got to show. Almost full utility as well, an advantage in terms of weaponry over Singularity. Do they have the ability to sow some disorder? We are about to find out. A little bit of a setup. It's going to be OC just holding in towards mid. Expect to see him with the big green gun in not too long in the same position. It's a push in towards the A ramp from Floppy. I like this. Take the SMG, put it up close, give yourselves an early warning system, and condense the angles for the fight.
Yeah, this is a really good adjustment there from Singularity, and that just goes to show, right, that these teams are competing on a pretty high caliber. They're definitely top of the line outside of pro for sure. No doubt some of these players will be pro within the next 6 months. But ID Disorder, they have a big task ahead of them. They don't even have mid control or mid pressure just yet, so Singularity is sitting very comfortable at the moment. That single flashbang, I don't think that's going to do enough to cause confusion for Singularity. So they will maintain their setups, and they're just going to wait with open arms to receive ID.
This could play out perfectly. They're pushing right where Floppy wants. The question is, are they going to actually flash? They will not. They'll just take the straight up fight and win with 2, and the third as well. The Flopster reigns supreme, and though they've dug out the rest of his teammates on site, it won't really matter. He's got bomb control, and he's just raining all of his utility out to try and delay, to try and stall them down, and Zaz is just going to have to try and fight him out. There's really nothing they can do. They don't have a flank. They don't have time to get the flank. 35 seconds. They've got to fight this. And that was a crossfire from CT. Hydrex in position, and Floppy's put himself in great spot to take this round.
ID Disorder, they only have 20 seconds left. Something needs to happen, and Floppy is playing as patient as he needs to right here, and he's perfectly in control of this round. And then Goran's Brad coming up, but Floppy always seems to deliver in these types of scenarios, and he's already at 4K. He's looking for that ace, and time is ticking. Jazz, he can't waste time. He cannot look around for Floppy, and he's already killed the round. He can't win it anymore. It's a save. Has to be.
Well, at least he spoils the ace for Floppy. But still, it's like a symbolic ace almost, because he kills 4 and then wastes enough time from the 5th that there's no chance he's going to win the round, right? Also, I just want to take a quick moment to say, what a name, Jazz Pimp. It's a top tier CS name. Gonna go far. But a little bit of a disappointment here for ID Disorder. They've got the 1 AK to work with. But initial duel towards twat mid means they don't have a lot of map control to operate under. Losing mid early on just limits your options so very much, especially when OC can just wait here as a Sentinel completely untouched. Singularity really haven't broken too much of a sweat as of yet. And we're going to want to see Disorder be able to push them just a wee bit more. This probably isn't the round to do it, though they still do have that AK up and potentially a threat. There's just so much to find.
They're
being picked apart.
Yeah, I mean, 1 by 1. Of course, this is a round that does favor Singularity. They do have the full weapons up against, just pistol, a bit of armor, a bit of utility. And Hydrex once again from the same position and kind of caught Zaz off guard there. I'm kind of surprised, but regardless, 4-0 lead for Singularity, a great start, and not only that, but they have enough money for a second buy round in a row, a good spot to be early on for the CT half. But IG, they need to convert one of these rounds. They can't drop this important gun round coming up.
Witcher's got the Krieg. That'll be interesting. They do love the scoped rifles, but it's actually going to be Jazz Pip to open it up once again. He finds a little bit with the AK, but the push straight out in towards mid. Floppy shows no fear. Jazz Pimp so scared in the moment, he nearly takes down his teammate as well, but will restrict it just to the frag on the opposing player. Sheikh Zul is still in window, and they've overlooked his spot, so that's an easy frag, no problem. And dropping the planter on site means that this is a much rougher round for ID Disorder. They're now completely isolated, no bomb control, a little bit of utility to work with, so still something to do. But Jazz Pimp just has to sit and wait for his teammate to get in position. It's going to be a late push in towards Palace for Witcher, so if he doesn't give this up, he might catch them off guard. Ryan, I don't know if he's going to be prepared for this. He's watching exactly for it.
He's
so ready.
I was going to say, he's as prepared as you can get. I mean, he's holding that angle with the crosshair ready. Just a matter of timing. Does he get impatient? Does he peek out too soon? This is well played by Ryan and Shake. They've evened it up. It's down to a 2 versus 2, and Ryan seems to be in full control. And there it is, caught off guard entirely. That's the healthy player. It's all down to Jazz now. 11 HP, 10 HP, excuse me. And he has nothing to do. And it is Ryan closing it out with nice A defense, good patience on the anchor, and it is Singularity 5-0.
It feels weird to say because some of these rounds have been close in terms of just who's alive at the end of it, but it doesn't feel close in the way that the round plays out, if that makes any sense. It feels like even when Singularity are giving up frags or trading, they're in control. They're in the driver's seat the entire time. So there's something to work with here, but it's still a lot to build. OC, early pick with the op. This is a tough round indeed with the pistols, and OC's just going to be flicking. There's the third as well. This man is feasting on ecos, and Floppy may be a little bold with the hop in towards mid, but they're definitely showing no fear, and why would they? Really haven't been given any reason to respect, and Hydrex will show exactly why, just hopping on top to rain down bullets on the parade. That was ID Disorder on the round.
No, I always feel bad for teams when they have to play Singularity, and Singularity just comes off gun swinging off the first round. I mean,
yeah.
As soon as you have players, like Floppy, OC, Hydrex, Ryan, in these kind of momentum beginnings, I always feel bad for the opposing teams because these guys can heat up, and once they're heated up, it's really hard to stop. Just look at this aggression right now. OC almost finding an early pick once again in middle, missed shot by a few centimeters, but it is mid control now belonging to ID. A good start to the round.
Mid control finally. It feels like they've never gotten this without being aggressively bloodied on the approach, right? OC's been picking them apart, doing damage. Finally, this round, they force him back in. They still got to cross that connector, and having spotted an elbow, OC is hungry. But they do manage to transition to get past that space without dropping a body. So this is excellent so far. Floppy's just going to straight hunt, though. Floppy, no fear, says, all right, you can't hit the shots with the op. I'll just go chase them down. There's the third as well, and mid control is wiped away. Nothing to show for it. Vetus at least gets a trade, but he's going to be chased straight into it. OC wants to up close shot. That was ill-advised to be sure, but he doesn't care. Floppy will make sure that it doesn't really matter. They're having a great time here just running down frags. And ID Disorder, they look completely lost.
Yeah, this is evolving into a deathmatch server now, it seems. I think Singularity is a shark in the water smelling blood, right? They sense the weakness, and they're just kind of starting to get very loose. let's see what they're up to.
We got the double op.
Yeah, we do. But it's a heavy spread
We
for
have
ID, and I think they're setting up for an execute. But no, they're not. They don't even have enough utility for that. Smokes. I don't understand well, Mike. This is, yeah, they're all playing back to
off a ticket. Not enough smokes to push him off. There's the first. Actually doesn't get the kill. It actually chips off the edge of the box to save him for a moment. But that just gives more opportunity for Ryan to hit shots. Now OC is going to get dug out after one. And there's maybe a little bit of a moment. Ryan finally drops. Still a man advantage though, and Pimp low. The Jazz Pimp, to be sure. Witcher going to have to do the bulk of the work in this round. He's got the bomb and still needs it planted, but at least there's time to work with. No real utility, a single flash at this point, and Singularity, for once, showing patience. They have not just run onto site to kill everybody. They are going to let that bomb attempt to plant and then see what's happening.
Yeah, this is well read by them on top of that too, because ID really don't have any utility. If they go past this default box, they're in trouble. Floppy's made his way out the stairs, and now he hears the bomb plant. Very much aware that this is going to be towards the A site. The Molotov is well placed. It's going to push both players into the open and mowed down. This is surgical. This is a tumor being removed from the A site by doctors, Mike.
It almost feels like first round they're like a sledgehammer, right? Like they're just like, all right, let's go smash, let's kill everybody.
Yeah.
And then if they lose a couple kills and that doesn't work, they go, all right, pull back, get the scalpel. That's when the surgical precision comes in. And this is just Singularity. I don't know. I mean, ID Disorder, even the rounds where they seem like they're up, it's just not quite there. And this is where you're seeing the top tier of the teams that we're going to have in this league really come into action. Singularity is a squad. They've had a little bit of a rebuild period. They've had to retool after losing some of their players who are critical to the team before. Now they're showing that form. Though a player now goes down, that's Hydrex, or Sheikh Zula rather, who is holding the apartments. And him being dropped means there's opportunity towards the B bomb site. Already a player out, but Floppy locking it down in mid. And Hydrex taking control from the catwalk means that glimmer of hope is dashed in an instant. Zaz going to be trying to take the kill, but he's not so very low that a USP will be all is needed to clean him up. And the 9-0 swiftly comes through. Team Singularity almost towards double digits. That 10-0 scoreline, the full 100 on the scoreboard, seems to be in their grasp.
You know, I saw a glimmer of hope in that round. But Hydrex turned around from Cat and killed that player coming out B halls. That was great timing. And I think it was tops 25. I'm not sure if it was him or not, but he came out, jumped out halls. There was no anchor on B. It was just Hydrex and Cat, but he was unable to convert that kill. Bettis finds a nice early frag. There we go. Finally a lead. Let's see if they can convert this one. I mean, at this point, they need every single round to make this thing happen remotely possible.
This is maybe the confidence coming back to bite Singularity just a little bit. Really aggressive plays, getting blown out. Now, Witcher's going to chase down OC, and I like this boldness. That's what you need to fight against a team like Singularity. And ID Disorder says no one gets double digits on ID Disorder without us answering back. Nobody. They finally find the round. And I think that was just them getting a little more confident. They get that initial pick, and they say, all right, let's take some aim duels. These guys aren't immortal. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Let's go see what we can do.
Yeah, I mean, by no means is Singularity such a perfect team that they're unbeatable in this type of scenario, right? It's just ID will have to play to their limits here. They have to kind of push themselves. They have to tighten up on their mistakes, and they have to play well together. Floppy goes out wide. There it is. Punished once again by Bettis, and Bettis finds himself a second kill. And Bettis going for that third, but Hydrex is tapping away at the head. Eventually finds it, and it is a man advantage plus mid control for ID.
Hydrex peeking back in says, you had mid control. That's nice. I'm going to take that back. And Ryan finding a kill over on towards A means that this is just going to be Witcher all alone and wandering. And he's peeking the wrong direction at the wrong moment, and that just feels typical. The reset comes in. Of course, not so painful since the economy changed, but still 10-1. This looks bleak. Whatever deity they believe in over on the ID Disorder side, they better be sending up a quick prayer, because they're going to need some divine intervention to get over this. Maybe they should change their name from ID to DI for divine intervention.
Really? That's what we're going with?
What they might need here.
Fair enough.
OC gonna hit the quick shot as he's wont to do. That op flip just lightning fast and opening up rounds. Nice trade, but there's a second player here, and it may not be available. Jazz Pimp finds both. There's the opener they need. Distract focuses away from the A-bomb site as well, where his team is going to move. He's still here with the op, making a nuisance of himself, and that's the welcome mat rolled out for his teammates to move on towards A. He's distracted enough, focused for long enough. This is going to work out. It's already Ryan who's trying to get back in, and he is going to be ready for top stars. He has to take a booth. No error here, at least a plant, but still, it's Zaz alone. All of his teammates dead around his ankles.
Yeah, let's see how this plays out, because Zaz is still alive and healthy in sight, but he's going to be overwhelmed by many different angles, and nice little pinch there from Singularity. But I was just about to say, I mean, ID had all the control that they needed there to win that round. They had full jungle control. They didn't need to peek out and die to the guy playing on bricks. He should have just held the entrance, held the rat hole, waited for that player to come through. Easy pick for him. The second player was top 25 in CT spawn. I mean, he had the right angle, then he repositioned to a much inferior angle, and it was a left shoulder peek of all things. So that, I mean, those are not mistakes that ID could afford to make. They had it all under control.
It really isn't. They've got such a little margin for error at this point. They've spent whatever they had in cushion, and Floppy just over the fire going to be taking out the initial pick. He doesn't care what's on the field in front of him. All he sees are frags. And OC, so hungry, will give himself up, but it may not matter. Still a man advantage despite 2 trades coming back, but that's a big one from Jazz Pimp. He has been a strong performer for his squad, maybe one of the only at this point, but it may just be enough to secure them another opportunity at a round. They've got bomb control, and now they've got the potential to group up. And Singularity, with Floppy all the way pushed in towards ramp, may just be isolated enough to turn this into a 1v1s that are winnable for the ID Disorder side. Minute 5 on the clock, so they've got so much time to work with. There's no reason to get hasty here. Problem is, the more time they let go, the more ground Singularity clears and realizes where they can't be coming from. Hydrex now knows there's nobody in mid. Not a threat at all, so he's going to turn his focus towards the apartments, and there's the spot. There's the shots. He's going to be bringing the rotation through, and he doesn't need to press the advantage, as the bomb will just now be going down.
Well played so far.
Towards...
I mean, no, Jazz is actually in a really good position as long as he doesn't get careless. Now, Hydrex seems to be aware of it. Floppy will be kind of the catalyst of this push right here. They're gonna start to advance together. Smoke. Oh, he has a Molotov for that, man. Oh, Hydrex clears out Jazz. That's a massive find, and Floppy has Zaz burning alive, and he's unable to get anything done before he's burnt to death. And it is Hydrex with the kick, and it is 12 rounds here, Mike, for Singularity, and they look unstoppable.
A couple of these rounds are just so close that you hope they'd break the way of ID Disorder just to give them a little bit more of an opportunity to fight here.
Right.
But Singularity is a merciless god. They have no desire to allow them any ground. And so every time it seems like they've got a little glimmer of light, it just gets snuffed out. Brian's picking up a P90. Man's got 2,400 left in the bank, and he picked up a P90. That, I think, tells you what the mood is like on the Singularity side. Now he's running through a Molotov straight into the angle. He'll trade himself out 1-for-1. Didn't even get that kill. That was actually Floppy to find it. And now Floppy's tucked under the balcony with kind of an awkward spot. Can he battle his way out of there? The flash is certainly good to do so, and he's going to be chasing these frags down. Found the bomb as well. Knows Jazz Pimp is in the corner. Easy kill. But it's Floppy left in a 1v2. 2 more bodies to find. Already 20 on the round. We need the full ace. He's got the 4K. Can he find Vetus as well? Playing around the edge. Vetus knows where he's coming from and will shut it down. Floppy is strong, but Vetus is as well. 4 kills of his own to answer back and to find one more round here at the tail end. We got one more on the half. Can ID Disorder get to 3 and at least make this a little more respectable?
I mean, respectable and doable, right? I mean, at this point, it's looking pretty much impossible. If they want any sort of chance for error in the next half, it has to be kind of this round plus pistol plus first gun run converted. But that's a second ace for Floppy denied, by the way. That is unlucky.
He's so close.
Yeah, he's so close. He's gonna get it. He will get it by the end of this game. No ID.
Now, this is interesting. I think ID's actually adjusted to expect these early aggressive pushes from Singularity, and it's kind of coming to bite Singularity in the tuchus a little bit.
I do agree with that. And these rounds have been so scrappy. I mean, like 3-4 players from each team dying within the first 30-45 seconds of every round. That's pretty hectic. Vetus now, here's Shake Zola, and I think he will get that pick, and there it is. Easy pickings, information denied, player advantage, a second one found. I mean, this is all a ruse, right? ID's pretty much ending A right here.
It's well sold as well. Vetus with the AWP means it's a big enough threat that they're just going to stick around. They're committed to it, but Floppy finds the kill, and that should sell that there's nobody else home. That AWP can now be retrieved, Floppy's got it. Can toss his gun over, and
Hydrex?
Hydrex with the deagle finds one, nearly the second as well. Such good positioning. The span through the box almost takes it. Lands another shot, but it's just dulled enough by the box to prevent it from doing any real damage. Still, the retake's going to be good now. They know where Jazz Pimp is. The quick swing from Floppy finds it. With a rifle and an AWP to try and get it done. All to Floppy. He had a 4K in the last. Can he get another one up close? They're both peeking him. He knows where they are now. And he's not going to be able to hit the deagle shots close up. So Zaz puts an end to his reign of terror. And despite an immensely strong performance in the first half from Floppy, it can't quite bring through that last round.
I mean, this man's at 148 ADR right now.
Oh,
almost
geez.
a 30 bomb in the first half. That's rough.
He's a monster.
Yeah, he's absolutely killing it right now. I mean, Hydrex too at 5 deaths. How does a man get 5 deaths in a half? Regardless, important round coming up here for ID. Smoke hit for Zaz playing A retake, a stack towards the B site, and they're in the right place. Let's see if it's the right time. Oh, the boost perfectly timed, unspotted. Bettis is baiting away, trying to draw attention away from the top 25.
Vettis actually hits that shot on the flick. That's a bold one. Jazzpip finds another. Vettis, no impact, but it will not matter if his teammates can get the kill. Alas and alack, they're falling apart. The bench position is strong, but it's instantly traded, and it all comes to Zaz. One of these players is just a body shot away from death, but he'll never even get the chance as Shake, the IGL, shuts him down as he moves through smoke, and the pistol round's picked up for Singularity. That just feels like another hill to climb for ID Disorder. This has been tough for them from the start, and every passing moment just makes it a little trickier.
Yeah, I mean, this pistol might have sealed the deal. Unless there's an eco that comes in from the heavens here. It's going to be the divine intervention for ID. OC says, not so much divine intervention. Just me steamrolling down the middle.
Taps with the USP. Zaz might have a glimmer of hope here, but they're just going to be facing him. Floppy has no fear. Floppy's already chewed up one and spat him out, and he's looking for more. This man has been a monster all game, and he's trying to race towards that 30 bomb. He's got 2 more frags to do so, and they will have opportunity in the next round. I mean, this is a 17-round game so far, and he's got 28. Yeah. He's at a pace of 2 a round.
Close,
Not quite. My math is bad. My math is terrible.
I was trying to make it feel better when I said close.
Yeah,
But
no.
it's about 8
As
kills
soon as I
away.
said it, I was like, that's wrong. I don't know how to math. It's been a long time since I was in school, folks.
You know, Mike, yeah, a wise man once said, never do math on stream. But you know what else people said?
Good
Don't
advice.
flood out of Palace. But there it is, Singularity doing what they must. An impossible push here. It is shut down. It is a man advantage so far for ID. And there's still so many players left for Singularity. And Zaz unable to convert any further kills. And now Singularity has drawn the advantage back into their favor.
Floppy's hungry for this last frag. This would put him over the line for the 30. The trades are good, and Hydrex will deny him, finding the quick kill, and 15-3. Map point now, folks, in what has been a brutal game for ID Disorder. What a welcome to the league. This is the wake-up moment and smell the roses, because this is not going to be any easy walk in the park. With teams like Singularity in the brackets, you better come prepared, or you're not going to have any chance. Is that an M249?
Yes,
oh,
it is. Ryan's gaming out here.
Do it to him.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta let the newcomers know there's no messing around here. There's nothing that can be given for free. You gotta take if you want it. Floppy leading the charge off connector. This might be the final round. Ryan draws first blood. OC with the second. A lot of damage dealt, but no fatalities until OC falls. But Shakezilla is quick on the trade, and Ryan with the M249. And this round is just a death match.
I was just watching Ryan's perspective that entire time. He gets 1. It's a 1 and done with the M24. Zaz, not quite a fan of that gun being broken out. Floppy drop means that he's not going to get a chance for a 30 bomb in this round at the very least. Witcher and Jazz Pimp still have a lot to say about this. Armor, a kit, some utility to work with as well, and guns. So this is very viable, but with his back turned towards the catwalk player, Hydrex, after a couple initial missed shots, will make this a lot more difficult. Just Jazz Pimp. He knows which site they're coming to, but he's got to get through a Molotov, and he's got to put that ump to great effect. Doesn't have the kit either. That's dropped all the way back in towards connector, so he's got to do this quickly. And they're giving him nothing. They're not poking out. They're playing this safe. They want to close this out soon, though. As I say that, Shake has picked up the M249. I don't think so. Now he's got it. He's trying to line it up, but he's not raining out shots. I think they wanted to give the M249 the best chance to get the kill.
Ah, that makes sense.
It does finish it off with a big gun.
Wow, what a game though by Singularity. I mean, they're showing no mercy, zero mercy. I like that. I like when teams do that. You know, never relent, keep the aggression up, keep practicing even when you have a massive lead, right? Because that's what this is, just ultimately practice. Singularity looking like sharks in the water with an absolutely dominant performance coming out here. What is it, 16-3 if I remember correctly? Oh, that's crazy. But,
brutal.
Yeah, absolutely brutal for sure. But that concludes the matches for us tonight for the first day of Winners League. We have had an amazing set of matches, pretty neck to neck until the last one. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Of course, as always, please follow the socials for Winners League. That's Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Also follow mine and Darf's this way. And follow our socials. They're right there. At Real Strong Legs, at Darfmike on Twitter. We would love your support. But guys, thank you guys for tuning in. If you missed the action, we do have some replays coming up for you guys. So stay tuned if you want to catch those. But besides that, we're signing out. See you guys tomorrow. I think we are going to double up tomorrow on the broadcast. We're going to do an EU plus an NA broadcast, considering we missed yesterday with unfortunate delays. But see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy.
Nerf going to hit the initial shot, though, and now he just fades away. That's the fadeaway jumper, if you will.
not you learn.
See through the heart that bears it all. Take it apart, throw it away, put it back together again. Not you learn.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in